Hi kids, we're here today with Chef Greg and my beautiful assistant Joe to show you how to cook my famous chili dip. These are the ingredients you need. This one is Maggi chili ketchup. Maggi chili ketchup. There's one I like better, which is Heinz chili sauce, but I've found it hard to find in Dubai. The next ingredient is Lipton's French onion soup, or onion soup mix recipe secrets they call it. Again, this is hard to find in Dubai, so I have in the past substituted Knorr French onion soup, and this you can find almost every place in Dubai. So you need the sauce and the soup, and then sour cream, 16 ounces of sour cream, and of course chips for later, about a pound or 0.39 kilos of minced beef. I use low-fat minced beef. And that's all you need to make this dip. So the first thing we're going to do is start the minced beef cooking. And I don't cook it at a real high temperature, but it really doesn't matter. We're just going to want to make sure it gets, as we cook it, I keep chopping it so it gets down to little pieces, so it becomes part of the dip rather than big chunks in there. Okay, so now while this browns, we'll come over here and we'll start mixing the rest of the ingredients. Doesn't really matter what order you mix them in. So we'll start with the sour cream. I have a big mixing bowl here. And I dump the sour cream in there. Okay, and then we'll put in the chili sauce. With this chili sauce, I don't use any chili powder because I'm not real fond of spiciness, but you can add some chili powder to this if you want it a little spicier, but make sure you do it in little pinches, little bits at a time, because if you get too much in there, it gets really spicy fast. Now what I do is I just turn this bottle over for a while. So I'll kind of mix this up. Then we add the French onion soup mix, or the onion soup mix. Lipton's recipe secret is my favorite. Again, you can use the Knorr or Knorr French onion. It has just a little bit different taste, but it's not significant. And we mix all that up. You want to mix it real good because the soup tends to kind of clot together, that little soup powder. You want to get that all mixed in. And then I'll let that bottle sit for a little bit, and then I'll add the rest of that in a minute. We'll go over and we'll check on the minced beef. And it's still browning. And I just keep chopping it. Again, we want it in as little pieces as possible because you'll share a lot of this. Now, many times I make this in a double portion if I'm going to take it to a party or something, because it always goes really fast. So as usual, Joe has taken over from me to show me how to do things the correct way. And you can see she's now finishing up the hamburger or the minced beef, getting it into tiny little pieces, as small as you can get them. It's pretty well browned now. And then we're just about done. Okay, so the minced beef now is all cooked up, and as you can see, chopped into small pieces. So we'll just take this and we'll put it in the bowl with the other items. I usually try to drain as much of the fat out of there as I can while I'm doing this. I used low fat, so there isn't much fat in this. So now we've got all the beef in there, and in the meantime this jar has been upside down so we get that extra tablespoonful of sauce. And now we're ready to mix again. Now, when I'm at home in the US, I make this in what we call a crock pot or a slow cooker, but it's just a small one, and then it stays heated. But I haven't been able to find one of those in Dubai. I've only been able to find a really huge one. So here, what I do, after I get it all mixed up, is I put it in the microwave. And you're probably going to say at what speed or power, I have no clue. I put it in the microwave, and then I do it 3 times for 1 minute, stirring it each time in between. Then I just let it sit for about 5 minutes and it's ready to eat. You don't want to do that whole minute. Okay, so this is the 3rd time, the 3rd minute I cooked it, right? We bring it out. Now what this cooking does is it gets that little pieces of onion that are in the soup mix cooked so that they're not crunchy when you're eating it. So I cooked it 3 times for 1 minute and stir it all up. Be careful because these bowls get hot in the microwave. Or you could slow cook it in some sort of a pot if you wanted. And now I'll just let it sit for 5 or 10 minutes before eating. And that's the world's famous chili dip by Chef Greg.